I gotta say, this little lens, this little 50mm is a little beast. I feel like it's slept on more than it should be. For the price, it's really unbeatable. Haven't got to vlog for a minute. Feels good to vlog again. So I haven't been posting as much as I typically would, and it's mostly due to the fact that I just had to take a step back and think about the kind of content I actually want to produce on this channel. I asked myself why I started this channel, and I came to the conclusion it's because I love filmmaking and I like creating short films and the whole art of just filmmaking in general is what I love. I also love providing value to you guys, whether that's through a tutorial or a review, talking about some gear, whatever it might be. I actually do thoroughly enjoy doing that. But filmmaking isn't the only thing I'm into, and I would like to share the other things that I'm into through the art of filmmaking, whether that be short films or vlogs. And it can be anything like the things I do in my life to make me a better person, being a dad to 2 kids. I'd also like to share things with, my physical health, my mental health, and my spiritual health, and practices that I do to help me become the best version of myself. And I have a lot of cool short film ideas with all of that. And ultimately, I believe the number one most important thing with filmmaking is telling a story. And that's what I want to do. I want to share more stories. Not just sitting in an office talking about gear and, a tutorial, whatever it might be. But with that being said, I do want to talk about this 50mm lens because it is a beast. But before we do that, I got some daddy chores to do today. Whew, being a dad is not always the easiest thing. Especially when you're young and vibrant and you just want to go explore the world and you got, responsibilities. Who's there? Did you do poo-poo? I gotta say, changing poo-poo is definitely my least favorite part of being a dad. What are you doing here, buddy? What do you do in here? Look at all this. You guys want some burritos?
Yeah!
Yeah, burrito time.
Yeah, burrito day.
Burrito date. All right, we're gonna head out and take care of some dad chores. One burrito for you. One burrito for you. Mmm, delicious. Anytime I give the kids burritos in the car is absolutely trashed.
Me.
So yeah, he's not too skilled at the art of eating burritos yet. Yeah, so having kids comes with extremely messy cars sometimes. So I was watching a comparison between the R5, the 1DX Mark III, and then the new Sony A7S III. I think that's what it's called. And I've been hearing a lot about the Sony and how much better it looks and how much more of a video camera it is and all that. And for the most part, I believe it. I'm looking at it and it looks incredible. In this comparison, I'm seeing that the R5 is actually looking the best out of the 3. I know just the biggest issue with the R5 is obviously the overheating, and that could really destroy a lot of people's workflow. It doesn't matter what the video quality looks like if it's not reliable. I think the biggest thing with I think the A7S III looks really good because it has S-Log2 and S-Log3. I can't talk over these kids. What's that over there? I think the R5 will have a major improvement, specifically in the dynamic range area, if they add T-Log2 and 3. I gotta talk fast because they just keep talking over me and interrupting me. All right, we have officially arrived at Toy Mate. Why are we here, guys? What are we doing here?
We get toy snakes.
We're getting toy snakes. Okay, so we've got toy snakes. Show them your toy snakes. They need to both have the same exact thing or else they end up fighting for it. That's not the only thing we got. We got some lightsabers too. So we can fight each other with lightsabers. We're always using mops, and yeah, these are a little bit safer than using a metal mop. I guess one of the lightsabers is mine, so I guess I got a toy too. It's a rainbow.
Oh, how pretty. It's so bright.
So I got these rugs for the office to sound treat it a little bit more, and they kind of smell like, feet. I don't know if these are just like What it looks like is it just looks like it got torn out of like some office building. Like it for sure looks used. Like I don't know if this should smell like feet. All right, the studio is a bit of a mess, and I'm gonna have to move some things around to put all this down. Ugh, it smells so bad. All right, so I got the carpet down, kind of adjusted the studio again. This is like the 500th time I've done that. And yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with the setup. Got a bunch of lights too to really lighten this dark room. And yeah, enough about that. Let's get to that 50 mil. All right, guys, let's talk about this beast of a lens, the Nifty 50, aka the Canon 50mm STM. All right, so this thing goes for, I believe, 125 bucks US, and it is the older brother of the Plastic Fantastic, which was the Canon 50mm Mark II, I believe. It was a 50mm a lot like this. It was a 1.8, except it was just made out of plastic, and it just felt like a toy. Where this thing actually has like a metal mount on it, where the other one had like a plastic mount, and kind of just, it felt like it was a toy. I don't know how else to put it. It was, yeah, it's still a good lens, but just this one feels more like an actual lens. But you know, I'm still not afraid to throw it around because it only goes for 125 bucks, and yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my son doesn't want to take a nap. I might have to sort that out. Give me 1 second. He won't fall asleep. He needs to take this nap. Anyways, excuse any baby noises. It's that's dad life, and I'm sure if you're a parent, you'll understand. Now, I'd be quite surprised if you don't know what the 50 mil is, but let's say you don't have it. I actually just got this a week and a half ago, so I got a little bit of time in with it, and with the little time I've had, I've been really impressed. But for those of you who have never touched this little 50 mil, let me show you what it looks like. So we got our glass right there. It is a 49mm thread, so if you want to throw your ND filters on there, 49mm. And then we got the focus ring, which is pretty silent. And yeah, we got the metal mount, and that's pretty much it. It's not a pancake lens, but I mean, it's almost a pancake lens. it's really small. It's really small. Now the sharpness on this lens is actually pretty good too. I tend to find that it's not as sharp as I may like it, so I'll just go in post and sharpen it a bit for videos. For photos, it looks pretty good. I mean, I'll add a little bit of sharpness to photos, but overall, it's still really decent for, actually, it's really good for the price point. It is actually really good for the price point. Now, there's other versions of the 50 mil. There's the 1.8, which this is the 1.8 STM. Then there's the Plastic Fantastic, like we talked about, which is the 50 mil Mark II. And I believe there's a Mark I that I've actually never seen. And then there is a 50 mil 1.4 and a 50 mil 1.2, which will run you for a whole lot more money. And this is still a really wide open aperture. 1.8 can really, really help you out in a lot of different low light scenarios. Plus it has autofocus, which is good. And the autofocus is actually a lot quieter on this one than the Plastic Fantastic. I don't have an example to show you, but I'm sure you can look up reviews on both of these different types of 50 mils and hear the sound difference. This one's pretty quiet, and it makes it a lot more usable for video. Anyways, I'm not much of a tech guy. I just kind of wanted to show you what the 50 mil look like and kind of show you a little bit of the difference with the whole metal mount and all that. For the price, this is like a penny comparative to like every other lens out there. So this is just like, it's a steal. It's honestly a steal. And yeah, with that being said, let me show you some example footage of what I got with this lens.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
All right, it's still good. You got a drop test in this video. Did you see that? I like literally chucked it up and it, yeah. Just put that down right there. I won't be doing that with any of my other lenses, that's for sure. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drop you. I bet you the Plastic Fantastic would have disintegrated from that fall. it's durable. I'm just checking if the autofocus and everything still works after that fall, and it looks totally fine. So yeah. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.